Hello everyone, welcome back to another GT3 track guide. This time we're at Watkins, Glen for week 2 of season 2 2025. We're going to be using the Ford Mustang, and let's get into the track guide. So for turn 1, I'm using the 200 board on the left as a reference. I'm using all of the track on the left here, almost having the tires on the grass. I'm downshifting to third gear, and I'm trying to clip the inside curb. It's important to be on power like right before you apex, and you can gain quite a bit of time on the straightaway. And on exit here, make sure you keep the right sides on this red and yellow curb. For the S's, I'm just keeping it tight to each apex. Now for the bus stop, I'm using this white line in front of the car here as a reference. You can also use the 300 board or this orange thing on the left wall here. Very light braking here, and I'm downshifting 2 gears as I send it over the first curb. I'm trying to get as close to the wall on the right as possible. So when you go over the first curb, the car will be airborne, and once the car gets back on the tarmac, I give another little dab on the brakes to get some extra rotation, and I try to throttle out before the second apex. Now for the carousel, I start braking when there's a change in tarmac here in the front. I start braking at the end of this. Very light braking, like we're talking like no more than 5% really, just to get the car, get a little bit of rotation through here. And then I aim to pick the throttle back up before this exit road on the right side. Make sure you stay out of the grass here. That's a pretty easy off track you can pick up. And then for this corner, I'm braking before that little bit of square tarmac on the right side here. For here, I'm braking just after the 200 board. I kind of use a double apex approach for this corner, so I turn in quite early. And then on the exit here, you can use all this tarmac to the left, and you can actually dip your left side tires into the grass, but a little too much and you could be playing with an off track here. So for this corner, I'm braking right as the 200 board disappears in my peripheral vision. You can get onto power pretty early here because you can use a lot of the runoff. Once again, you can get a pretty easy off track by going over the grass here, so make sure you're back on track before that grass begins. Now this corner can be a little tricky. I aim to brake, actually, this is kind of like the white line kind of goes to the right here. I try to brake before that little kink there. And this corner I'm just doing a lift, positioning the car pretty much to where my right side tires are on the grass. I start to turn in right before the 100 board. And here you can use a lot of this curb on the right here. Just make sure you're back on the track before it ends, and you can pick up an off track. And even if because if you do go too wide here, you won't have time to prepare the next corner. So keep that in mind. And for the final corner, I'm braking when this tire barrier on the left ends, And it's really important that you don't brake on the grass here, because you'll be in trouble if you do. And make sure you keep the car as close to this curb as possible, but don't touch it, because it can push you a little wide. And that's this week's track guide. I hope you guys have good racing ahead for this week, and I'll see you guys in the next one.